Hey everybody, welcome back to Tenza Motorsports and welcome back our Porsche 986 Boxster. This is a car that we purchased about 6-7 months ago, kind of midway through summer, and I think it is probably one of the coolest cars that we've worked on. This has the Cayman hardtop on it, so we don't have to worry about the convertible part of it, the soft top, and I think the back end looks absolutely fantastic. Today we're gonna be doing some fun stuff. We've built toggle switch panels in the past before. Today we're not gonna go into like super great detail. This is the center console with your vents, and then this would be like your head unit and your climate controls. Well, this is gonna be the shape of our new toggle switch panel. We're gonna be doing that. We're also gonna, I think we're gonna try to pull the dash out today, maybe gut the doors out, kind of finish up the weight reduction. We talked about how we did the weight reduction, kind of like a part one, and this is gonna be our part two. Before we get into today's content, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, like if you enjoy this type of content. Also, make sure to check us out on Instagram, Tenza_Motorsports, where we do giveaways. We'll also have the Instagram link to this car down in the description below as well. The giveaway that we are doing through Tenza Motorsports is 2 E46 M3 steering wheels. So if you have a BMW, if you have an E46, I think it fits on a couple different models. So a lot of the E39s, maybe the E38 kind of, I don't know. If you know, post in the comment section below. But we are giving away 2 E46 M3 steering wheels, so we're really excited about that. So yeah, let's reduce some weight on this car, have some fun today. We are experiencing some random misfires. It's P0300, and it's making the car run like garbage. So we probably aren't doing any driving today, but yeah. So future projects on this car, we're probably going to be plastic dipping the wheels. I know it's a nice 2009 project, but plastic dip is a good way to change your wheel color for like, I think we can do this car for like $20 still, really cheap way to do it. And the tires that are on this car were almost brand new. So we're probably running these wheels and tires the rest of the season. And so we'll just shoot the wheels black and kind of change the way the car looks before we purchase some new wheels and tires. So yeah, let's get into the car, get this thing torn apart. See this right here? And you see that screw right there? So what you do is you take a 1/4 inch ratcheting end wrench. Now you have a little tiny low profile ratchet. So one of the things we always do when we're stripping out vehicles is you want to make sure that when you pull, as you pull components out, you want to start the car. Now it's a little bit difficult because when we're pulling out airbags, you want to be really careful that the battery's not on and stuff like that. But I've come across several things before, especially on the BMWs, where we'll pull something out and the car either thinks it's being stolen or there was a component that actually needed to be there for it to run. So as we've been pulling this out, we've been starting the car, shutting it off, starting the car, shutting it off. So now that the dash is out, we're we're gonna see if it starts. As you can see here, there is no dash at all, and there's nothing plugged in, no instrument cluster or nothing. So go ahead, let's see if we can get the car to start. Oh, the windshield wipers are going. Hey, all right. Right now we are going to start isolating some wires that we want to use for power and ground. And then now that we've got the dash out, I'm gonna go over there and show exactly what we'll be doing with the toggle switch panel. I'll show the best way to make like a template, and then we'll be cutting it out of, we'll be using Illuminate, just like we did with my wife's car in a previous video. I'll have that linked up here. So we actually have a really nice surface here to run a toggle switch panel. So as far as I can tell, this looks flat. And what we'll be doing is making a template out of cardboard. So we'll build it out of cardboard the first go around, and then we'll lay that on a piece of Illuminate that we'll trace it out, cut it out. We did lose one of these, but I think we can probably steal one from somewhere else. We just gotta go back through and figure out what these pieces were for. And then, yeah, nothing super crazy. The toggle switch, actually building the wire harness itself, we won't get done today, but stripping the dash out, we'll probably have this back in the car, and we'll probably have the door cards back on. We haven't decided exactly how to do the door cards. We were gonna try to just have like a door handle and then maybe like a pull handle and leave the rest of it gutted. But the door handle actually has like a big spring built into the door card itself, so we might have to just put the door card back on. Not a big deal. So yeah, we're gonna get this done, and hopefully it'll look real good. So here is the toggle switch panel. I could cut out another one and make it fit perfect, but I think the important parts are the angles for the edges, the corners. So if you look along here, it's a little bit shy there and right here. So what I'll do is when I go to trace it, I'll come out wide, and I'll probably like over exaggerate so that I can trim it up as needed. So yeah, this just took me a couple minutes to do. It looks like there's plenty of room here for lots of toggle switches, and you know, we're gonna have probably a fan switch, like an electric radiator fan, and the windows, the passenger and driver windows, those stopped working a while back, and so we're actually gonna go in and manually run those. I'll go pull the power and ground from the window motors and run them up to some switches. That'll be a momentary on, off, on. So yeah, pretty excited about it. Let's get this moved over to the Illuminate, and we'll get this cut out today. Here is the toggle switch panel done. It's not exactly perfect. There's a bit of a gap up here. When you're doing custom things like this, it'll never be absolutely perfect, but for what we're needing it for, I think it looks absolutely great. So yeah, there you go. I'm gonna wrap this video up here. There will be more on this car in the future, lots more race-centered modifications, and we'll have this toggle switch panel built at some point. Gonna be doing a custom wire harness on the back, just like always. I do want to, in the next video, so we'll probably have like a part 3, I guess, to this. We will go and get the car weighed. So we'll show this done and then go and get the car weighed at that point. See how many total pounds have been removed from the car. Do you hate us for doing this to this Porsche? Are you absolutely livid that we're tearing this Porsche apart? Let me know. Are you a Porsche fanatic? I know that I get a lot of flack for the BMWs, but I know Porsche can be a lot more that way. A lot of owners get really upset when you modify them at all. For a car that we paid $2,000 for, I think this is the perfect candidate. It already had bucket racing seats, and it had the manual, has a salvage title. The paint's not great. It was just a perfect candidate to do this kind of stuff too. So let me know in the comments down below your opinion on the car. Thanks again so much for watching. We'll see everybody in the next video.
Bam!